investigators have shown that how people think really can change their brains. In addition to my interest in science, readers may also know that I'm a keen gardener. But gardening is often a hit-and-miss activity. You can put a lot of time into preparing the soil, carefully sowing the seeds, watching over them, and watering the seedlings. And yet, other conditions beyond your control, particularly in places such as Dharamsala where I live, with its occasionally excessive heat, humidity, and rainfall, can prevent these efforts from ever coming to fruition. Therefore, as other gardeners will attest, there is a special joy to be had from seeing the plants you have nurtured emerge and blossom. I feel a somewhat similar emotion toward the findings related to neuroplasticity, revealed and discussed at our conference and recounted in this book, that we have reached a watershed, an intersection where Buddhism and modern science become mutually enriching, with huge, practical potential for human well-being. A great Tibetan teacher once remarked that one of the mind's most marvelous qualities is that it can be transformed. The research presented here confirms that such deliberate mental training can bring about observable changes in the human brain. The repercussions of this will not be confined merely to our knowledge of the mind. They have the potential to be of practical importance in our understanding of education, mental health, and the significance of ethics in our lives. The Mind and Life Institute has grown into a substantial network of scientists, scholars, and interested individuals focused on the creation of a contemplative, compassionate, and rigorous experimental and experiential science of the mind. This, we hope, will be able to guide and inform medicine, neuroscience, psychology, education, and human development. I personally feel that its activities are extremely worthwhile, and am very grateful not only to the many busy individuals who have taken the time and trouble to share and explain their research, but also to those who organize and coordinate our occasional meetings and conferences. In addition, part of the Institute's mission is to support the preparation of accessible publications of the proceedings of our conferences, so that what takes place as semi-private conversation can be presented to a wider, interested public. I am grateful, therefore, on this occasion, to Sharon Begley for her artful work presenting this material accurately and attractively. I am optimistic that the exciting discoveries related here have great potential to contribute positively to the betterment of humanity and the way we may develop our future. September 5th, 2006. Daniel Goleman. When Tenzin Gyatso, the 14th Dalai Lama, met for a week with a handful of neuroscientists at his home in Dharamsala, India, in October 2004, the topic was neuroplasticity, the brain's capacity to change. That this capacity was even a subject of serious scientific discussion would have been unthinkable just a decade or two earlier. The received dogma in neuroscience for a century had held that the brain takes its shape for life during our childhood years and does not change its structure thereafter. But that assumption has joined countless others in the trash heap of scientific givens that the march of research has forced us to discard. Neuroscience now has a vibrant branch exploring the many ways the brain continues to reshape itself throughout life. This volume stands as an excellent introduction to this hopeful new science. What's particularly intriguing about the discussion recounted here are the partners involved. Many world leaders in the study of neuroplasticity traveled thousands of miles to India to consider the implications of their findings with the Dalai Lama, a surrogate for the tradition of Buddhist practice that he leads. The reason? The meditative practices of such contemplative paths seem to offer neuroscientists an experiment of nature, a naturally occurring demonstration of the upper regions of neuroplasticity. For millennia, meditation adepts have been exploring the potentials of brain plasticity, systematizing their findings and passing them on as instructions for future generations, down to our day. One of the questions raised by the Dalai Lama was particularly provocative. Can the mind change the brain? He had raised this point many times with scientists over the years, usually receiving a dismissive